Taehyung put the baby into her crib and come out of the room without saying anything. The baby that take his Y or N away from him is looking just like Y or N as if she's her daughter. But Taehyung know it's not possible. He always dreamed to have baby with Y or N, but unfortunately his dream will always remain a dream. He was in his deep thought when suddenly someone bumped into him. He looked at the person and got shocked. It's Ava YN's best friend. Ava is also looking shocked seeing him. Ava. Why you? Ava again burst into tears seeing Taehyung on the other hand was confused seeing her crying like this. Taehyung. Ava, why are you crying? He asked in a soft tone. Ava. Taehyung. Please save my YN. His heart skipped a bit hearing Y or N's name. Taehyung. YYN. Is she here? What is she doing here? Is she okay? Ava. Y or NGI give birth in this morning and the baby born dead. And now Y or N isn't accepting the truth. She broke down miserably. Taehyung, the baby. When did she got pregnant? Ava didn't said anything, she remained silent. Taehyung, for God's sake Ava, tell me, when did she got pregnant and WHO is the father? Ava flinched after Taehyung's sudden burst. Ava. Why you were the father of her child? After the divorce Y or N got to know that she's pregnant with your child. That's it. Taehyung world crashed after hearing her words. His dream shattered before it can even come true. Why Y or N did this? Why she hide this huge thing from him? He could have saved their child if he knew about it before. He got angry with Y or N. He wants all his answers right now. Taehyung. Ava, where is she right now? He said, gritted his teeth making Ava gulped in nervousness. Ava. Room no 124. Taehyung rushed towards the room and slammed the door open angrily, but all his anger turned into water seeing Y or N after months. Y or N also stopped crying after seeing Taehyung. Her messy hair, red nose, puffy eyes, and so many sadness and loneliness in those eyes makes his heart cry for her. Unknowingly a tear escaped from his eyes. Noah wanted to give them privacy, so he come out from the room. Taehyung slowly walked towards Y or N and asked with his trembling voice. Taehyung. Why? Y or N hugged his waist and again started crying. Y or N. They're saying my baby is gone. Please tell them it's a lie. ORB baby is fine. She can't leave like that. Taehyung. Y or N, why did you hide your pregnancy from me? I could have saved our baby by taking good care of you. He said in a soft tone making Y or N looked at him with a frown. Y or N. What? You mean save her? Our baby is absolutely fine. I know that. Taehyung. Did you see her? She's cute, right? She smiled with tears making him cry more. He seat beside her and hug her. Taehyung. I wish I could see her Y or N but I can't, she's gone. Y or N's grip on Taehyung's shirt loosened as she broke the hug and looked into Taehyung's eyes. Y or N. You also believe them? Taehyung. Then what can I do? This is the truth. Y or N, our baby is no more. Y or N. Why you mean Sheila leave me? I can't never see her or hold her in my embrace. Taehyung nodded sadly, making Y or N brushed into tears. She started hitting herself. Taehyung quickly stopped her and hugged her tightly. Taehyung. Y or N, come down my love please. Y or N. I'm the worst mother. I kill my own child. I don't deserve to live. I should die. Taehyung. Please Y or N, don't say like that. Y or N. But I'm the worst. I can't even take care of my own child. Taehyung. Shh. Y or N, please calm down. Y or N. I can't, Taehyung. I can't. They started crying in each other's embrace. Suddenly, Y or N started breathing heavily, making Taehyung broke the hug and looked at her with worried expression. Taehyung. Y or N, what happened? Are you okay? Y or N didn't said anything, she just keep crying while breathing heavily. Taehyung could say that Y or N is suffering badly, which makes him panic. He can't see her like this. He have to call the doctor. Taehyung. Y or N, baby, just wait for a minute, I'll be back. Y or N. N, no, don't leave me this time please. Taehyung. I'm not leaving you, I'll be back. I need to call the doctor for you. Y or N. I don't need any doctor, I need you right now. Taehyung. Baby, don't be stubborn, let me call the doctor. Taehyung kissed her forehead and removed her hands from his before walking out of the room. Taehyung saw Noah standing outside the room. Taehyung. Noah, do you know the doctor's name who's seeing Y and Noah? Dr. Ella. She's Y or N's doctor since she was pregnant. Taehyung asked a nurse where he can find Dr. Ella. Nurse: oh, she's checking Mrs. Sarah Kim at room note 144. Taehyung thanked her before waking towards Sarah's room to inform the doctor about Y or N's condition. Not knowing what to do, Noah also followed him. Taehyung was about to went inside the room but stopped in his track hearing something. Sarah: here is your money, Ella, and don't forget to keep this secret. Ella: of course, will. I'm your friend, after all. But I didn't understand one thing. Why did you steal Y or N's child? Taehyung's eyes widened hearing that. Sarah: because I wanted a child to prove Taehyung that I was pregnant and this child is also his, so she's perfect for this plan. Ella: but do you know Y or N's turn insane after hearing her baby born dead? Sarah: like I care. You know I don't have to steal Y or N's child if Taehyung make me pregnant that night. She scoffed, but he don't even touch me, he was too loyal to his wife even though he was drunk. Taehyung turned his hands into a fist in anger. This bitch is the reason for their pain. He'll not spare her. But right now he need to take their baby to Y or N to her real mother. He walked inside the room, making Sarah and Ella's eye widen. Taehyung don't utter a single word, just take his baby from her crib. He hold her in his embrace. Now he understands why this baby is look like Y or N. He smiled at the baby and kissed her forehead. Taehyung, let's go to your mom. She's crying for you. Taehyung was about to walk outside the room, but Sarah stopped him. Sarah: where are you taking my baby Taehyung? Taehyung: to her mother Kim Yn. Taehyung replied without turning towards her. On the other hand, Sarah's eyes widened. It's mean Taehyung heard their conversation. Sarah: what? I'm not allowing you to take my baby to her. She got up from the bed and walked towards Taehyung. He turned around to face her. Taehyung: and who are you to tell me this? Sarah: I'm the mother of this child. Taehyung's blood started boiling hearing her shamelessly claiming their daughter as hers. Taehyung: my Y or N sacrifice her love, her marriage just because of you, disgusting lie. You ruin our life, steal our baby from her mother. Sarah: yes, I have, and I'll not let her see this child at any cost. Sarah's words cut by a hard slap from Taehyung, making her fall on the floor. The slap was so intense and hard which broke her jaw. Blood comes out from her mouth. Taehyung, you deserve this. He turned around and leave the room with his baby. Noah was standing outside. He heard everything. Taehyung: Noah, call the cops and inform them everything about Sarah and her so-called doctor friend. I want to see them behind the bar. With that he stared, walking to Y or N's room with their little bean. Y or N was laying on the bed thinking about her miserable life. First she have to leave the love of her life, then her pregnancy, went through depression and loneliness. She thought if her baby came, she can be happy. Her loneliness will be gone, but she also leaves her Taehyung come back for some moments. Then he again left. Y or N was feeling something heavy on her heart since the time she heard about her baby. Her lower abdomen was hurting. She also felt breathing problems some times ago, but now she isn't feeling anything. Her body went numb. She don't want to feel any pain. Everything has its limit. Now Y or N just want peace, only peace, which she can't have in this cruel world. Her eyes started feeling heavy. She slowly closed them. Taehyung went inside the room happily with their baby in his arm, thinking finally they can live a beautiful and perfect life with their baby. Everything is solved now, no one can come between him and Y or N. But the smile faded and a frown took its place to his face. Seeing too many doctors and nurses inside Y or N's room, Ava was also there. She's sitting on the floor, crying miserably. Taehyung, what is happening here? He asked with a tremble voice, making everyone's attention turn into him. Doctor, excuse me, who are you? Taehyung, I'm her husband, Taehyung said, pointed towards Y or N's bed. The nurse who was standing in front of Y or N, blocking him to see her move from her place, and Taehyung saw Y or N laying on the bed, closing her eyes. Taehyung, did she fall asleep? Doctor, I'm sorry to say, but your wife had a major stroke. He turned to a nurse and ordered her hurry up. We need to shift her to the emergency room. They quickly put Y or N to another stretcher and take her out from the room in front of Taehyung before he could process anything. The only thing Taehyung saw was her pale face and dried tears, which clearly says how much she suffered alone. Taehyung was standing in front of the intensive care unit. The doctors are treating Y or N inside. Her situation is critical. His daughter was crying because of hunger. Ava is trying to stop her, but the innocent newborn is very desperate for her mother. Every passing second is hurting Taehyung more and more. The crying of his daughter and the closed door of ICU is making him insane. He's feeling like someone tore his heart into uncountable pieces and then crumbled the pieces. After some times, a nurse came and took the baby inside the intensive care unit to feed her from her mother. Just then Noah came and placed his hand on Taehyung's shoulder. Noah, the police took Sarah and the doctor to this police custody, but you need to go to the police station to file a case against them. Taehyung make a fist hearing Sarah and the doctor's name. Taehyung, Sarah and the doctor. They will regret for the rest of their life, he mumbled under his breath. After 12 hours, YN's situation got stable, making all of them sign in relief. Doctors shift Y or N to her bed again, and now she's sleeping. She'll wake up anytime. Y or N slowly opened her eyes and saw white ceiling of the hospital room. She closed her eyes again as the light is too intense for her. Suddenly she felt little movement from beside her, making her open her eyes again. After adjusting her eyes with the light, Y or N look at her side. Her eyes filled with tears and heart started beating fast seeing the small figure laying next to her. Y or N, Ma, my baby. She held her daughter's small hand and kissed her whole face. The feeling is overwhelming for her. The feeling is the best. Being a mother is the best feeling of this universe. Y or N was so immersed with her daughter that she failed to notice someone else is present in this room, who was staring at the mother-daughter with his happy, teary eyes. It was Taehyung. He was smiling all the time, seeing the two women in his life who's his world and priority. He wanted to join them and engulf both of them in his embrace, but he doesn't have the courage. After few minutes, Y or N tried to sit on the bed, but she failed. Suddenly she felt two arms around her, which helped her to sit straight with the help of pillows. Y or N flinched at first, but then she stopped seeing him. Their eyes meet and they were staring at each other for some times. Y or N broke the eye contact and Taehyung moved a little back. It was an awkward silence between them. They weren't liking it, so Taehyung decided to break the silence. Taehyung, how are you feeling right now? Y or N, much better, she said looking at her daughter. Again they become silent, but this time Y or N broke it. Y or N, how's your life going? I mean you and Sarah. Did you too? I have a child now. Taehyung, I have a child but it's with you, not with that homewrecker. Y or N turn around and look at Taehyung with a frown. Y or N thought he's still angry with Sarah because of their divorce, which is actually true, but she doesn't know the truth yet. Y or N, Taehyung, she's your wife now. You can't talk like this about her. Taehyung, don't call that woman my wife, after what she have done to us, to you. I couldn't even call her a woman. Y or N, what did she do? Taehyung took a deep breath and tell Y or N everything from the start. After hearing everything, Y or N looked at Taehyung with red eyes. Y or N, she stole my daughter from me. Taehyung, by any chance if you didn't hear their conversation, did you have any idea what would have happened to me? I'd have died already. Taehyung, don't talk like this, everything is okay now. Y or N, no, everything is not okay. She need to regret and I will decide her punishment. Taehyung, don't worry my love, she'll regret for the rest of her life. The door opened and Ava and Noah walk in. Taehyung quickly broke the hug. Ava, hey, my baby is a mother now, she said to Y or N, making her blush. Noah rubbed his hands together and said, Noah, can I hold the baby now? Ava, not now. Let me adore my niece first. She take the baby from Y or N and started playing with her. Noah went towards the Ava and started playing with the baby as well. Taehyung and Y or N was looking at them with a smile. Y or N, I think you should get married and have a child as soon as possible, she said, making Ava blush. Taehyung, thank you so much for taking care of Y or N and our baby. I can't even describe how grateful I'm to you both. Ava, hey, Y or N is my best friend before she's your daughter's mother, okay? And Y or N, I'm so sorry darling, I didn't even knew that the doctor stole the baby and lied to us. I was careless. Y or N, no, Ava, it's not your fault. Don't say sorry for it. Noah, still we are sorry. Now Y or N, tell your friend to give the baby to me. Ava, Fine, take her. They both started playing with the baby again. Taehyung took the chance and hold Wyan's hand. She flinched a little and turned towards him. Taehyung was already looking at her. He scratched his neck and spoke. Taehyung, why or N will you? Will you marry me again? Please don't say no. Y or N bite her lower lip and look down. She closed her eyes and nodded her head slowly. Taehyung becomes so happy. He was about to kiss her, but stopped himself because even Noah and his daughter is here. Sarah and Ella got released from prison today. They come out from the big gate of prison and saw Y or N is standing there. There's a satisfied smile on her face. Y or N, long time no see, right? Sarah, what are you doing here? Y or N, I came here to give you some information. Doctor, your license got cancelled, and Sarah darling, thanks to my husband, your father's company got bankrupt. You both are homeless now. No one will give you job. What will you do now? She said with a pout. Sarah, none of your business. Y or N, you're right, it's not my business. But if you want, I can help you. Ella, how? Y or N, I need personal maid. Actually, I conceive again. Me and Taehyung are having another baby, so my husband forbid me to do any work, so I need maids. You can work at my house as a maid. Sarah, we don't need your job. Y or N, okay, I'm going then. But my offer is still available. You both know my address, right? Bye then. Taehyung and Y or N were playing with their daughter when the doorbell rang. Taehyung, let me check. Y or N, no wait, I think it's my guest. She opened the door and smiled. Sarah, why are you doing this? Y or N, what did I do? She asked, making an innocent face. Ella, we're not getting any job. Y or N, who said that? I'm offering you a job. Ella, look, we're sorry. Y and chuckle. Y or N, sorry? Does your sorry can bring the 8 months of my life? Does your sorry can replace the pain me and my husband faced that time? As a woman, you should not. How important for us to being a mother. First pregnancy is like a fairy tale. In that period, we need our husband the most. But you two made my first pregnancy a living hell, snatching my husband. And not only that, you two dare to steal my daughter. Sarah, yeah, my bad, I shouldn't steal your daughter. I should have killed you instead. Taehyung, I will cut your tongue if I heard anything like this from your mouth again. He suddenly come from somewhere and wrapped his hands around Wyan's waist. Ella, please don't be angry. I will work in your house as a maid. Taehyung, good, you can join from tomorrow. Saying that, he was about to close the door, but Sarah spoke. Sarah, what about me? Taehyung, die on the street. Saying this, he closed the door on their faces. Taehyung pinned Y or N on the door and whispered, Taehyung, Mrs. Kim, is this your way to take revenge? Y or N, well, Mr. Kim it is. Taehyung, you're smart. Anyways, Mrs. Kim, are you candle? Y or N, why? Taehyung, you're glowing right now, and I'm feeling you're hot as fire. Y or N, should I burn you? Taehyung, as you wish. Y or N hold his cheeks and was about to kiss his lips when she heard the tiny voice. Mommy, I want to sleep. Taehyung sighed and his forehead fall on Wyan's shoulder, making her laugh a little.